Hey guys, I'm Mitch and this is Super Platinum Achievement, and today I've got a review for you on the Fusion Pro Controller from PowerA for the Nintendo Switch. Let's jump right in and check it out. Hey guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. It does help us out a ton. We really appreciate it. Also, check out our giveaway playlist. We like to do a bunch of giveaways, get you some free stuff. So check it out, see if we have one going on right now. Anyway, back to the review. We've got the PowerA Fusion controller for the Nintendo Switch right here. Now this is basically the Switch's version of the Elite controller that is on Xbox. It's very customizable, much more for those really serious gamers. So let me show you why. So first of all, it comes with a nice case to put it in if you want to take it to other people's houses. I'm not sure why you would. Usually people just leave their controllers at their own home. But it comes with a very long cable because it is Bluetooth and wireless. So this is a long enough cable, so depending on where you have your TV or your console, I should say, you can be pretty far away from it. And a lot of people that are really pro gamers know that wired usually is a little bit better because there's just slightly less latency when you push the buttons. I don't notice a huge difference, but I know some people do. Now this controller is extremely customizable compared to your normal Pro controller. First of all, it comes with an interchangeable faceplate. That they are magnetic, so they just come off here. You got a little place to put your fingernail under there, and it just pops right off, and you can put the white one on just like that. Boom. The white looks way cooler in my opinion, so that's how I'm keeping mine. And then you've got your customizable thumbsticks as well. So you've got the one that's more of the rounded top. I know some people like that instead of the concave one here, but I prefer the concave. And then they've got the longer one. So all you do to change those out, you have to take off the faceplate, and then whichever one you want to be the longer one. Usually people want the right stick to be longer so they can be more precise with aiming. Just pull, comes right off. Line up the grooves on the new one and just push it in there just like that, and then you can swap out the other one too if you want. Same thing, line it up, push it in there, and then boom, put your faceplate on. Simple as that. Now you got your more customized sticks on there. I prefer the standard ones myself, but I know some people do like the longer thumbstick there. And then it's got your Pro pad here on the back for your programmable back buttons. As you see on mine, I've just got the two, but it does come with two more. And they're really, really simple. They're also magnetic. You just pop them in this little groove here on the back, and then they fold down. And then boom, you got two more. Or you can take out the top ones and just have the bottom ones. To me, having all four, it's really, really uncomfortable because you're kind of holding the controller really lightly, because if you hold it tight at all, you're accidentally going to hit one of these back buttons. So I'm not a big fan of having all four of them. I like just having the top ones there. But like I said, they're really easy to take off. Just fold them up, take them out of the grooves. Boom, done. Or if you don't want them on there at all, you can just take them off, or the whole thing comes off and you've got your plate here to put in there instead, if you just like the standard controller feel. Now you just got a standard controller. It's similar to those other PowerA controllers. However, this one's got some more weight to it, which feels really good. And it's got the rubberized infused grips here, which feel awesome. I love the way this controller feels. It does rival the Pro controller for comfort, in my opinion. Now, there are downsides, as there are to most products. The biggest downsides, which are pretty big and really disappointing to me, especially for the price tag. The price tag on this, as of making this video, is $100. So pretty spendy for a controller, not quite as expensive as the Xbox Elite Series 2 controller, which are, you know, anywhere from $160 to $180. $100, you know, compared to that isn't bad. But the things you do not get for paying $100. You do not get NFC capability. That's a big bummer, especially if you're playing games like Breath of the Wild where you want to use Amiibo pretty frequently to get your extra items. You can't do it with this controller, and that's a real big bummer to me because I'm not a big fan of the Breath of the Wild button layout for running and jumping. So I think it's awesome to have these back buttons programmable for running and jumping on Breath of the Wild. However, you can't use Amiibo when you're doing it that way, so big bummer. It still does have motion control, and it still does have the wake feature, which is good, but the other feature it doesn't have is there's no rumble. Big bummer as well. I thought it would, especially with the weight it had to it. No rumble, no NFC. Huge letdown, especially for the price tag. Now there is a headphone jack, however it cannot be used when you are going wireless. So if you're using Bluetooth, you can't use the headphone jack. It still has to be plugged right into the switch for headphones. But if you're using the USB-C cable, then it can have the headphones plugged straight into the controller, which is a really cool added feature. That is something I wish the standard Pro controller did have. You know, and I like everything about it. Otherwise, the customizability, is that the right word? Being customizable, and the interchangeable faceplates, everything like that. And like I said, the comfort, it really is a comfortable controller. And for certain games, those back buttons come in really handy. However, a lot of the games on the Switch, you're not going to be super competitive with and need those back buttons. It's more of a convenience factor. Now, if you're wanting to know how to program these back buttons, it's fairly simple. Most controllers that have programmable back buttons are the same. You've got your program button here. So you push and hold that. It's not going to do it right now because I'm not playing a game, but you push and hold that. The front light here will start flashing, and then once that does, you push the button that you want to program to the back button. So for example, if you want your back right button to be A, then you'd push and hold the program button, you would push A, and then you would push the back right button, and then it would be programmed. Same thing for the left side, the bottom left. You hit the program button, the button you want to move to the back, and then which back button you want it assigned to. I did play every type of game I could think of to get a good feel for how to use these back buttons and these controllers, or controls I should say. Played Breath of the Wild, I played Immortals Phoenix Rising, I played Apex Legends, I played Fortnite, I played Rocket League. And out of all of those, like I said, Breath of the Wild made the most sense because I don't like the button layout of where the run and jump is. The X being jump is not convenient, especially where the run is pushing B. You can't run and jump at the same time unless you're doing this weird little thing. So being able to have like the left back button be run and the right back button being jump was super handy. Other games, not a big deal. Obviously with first-person shooters, it's nice to never have to take your thumbs off the sticks, so having a reload and any other button be the back buttons is really nice. I don't ever see there being a need for all four, but I know some people do want all four on there for certain types of games, especially those that are really competitive Smash Brothers players. That's a control, or that's a game that this controller might be really handy for, especially with the wired capability and getting rid of that latency. So all in all, it's a really, really awesome controller. The price tag is what brings it down for me though. $100 and not having all the features of a Pro controller. Sure, you get some other features with the back buttons and being able to customize the thumbsticks, but it takes it away from being the better controller in my opinion. The Pro controller is my favorite controller. This one's gonna have to land at a 4.5 star out of 5. It's an awesome controller. If it was, say, you know, $50 to $60, it'd probably get a 5 star, but since it's $100, that's a hard pill to swallow and not really worth it for most people. So 4.5 star, still an awesome controller. I do like it a lot. If you guys liked this review, make sure to give us a big thumbs up. We really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and hopefully we'll see you again here on Super Platinum Achievement. See you guys.